Hopefully my phone doesn't die this time. All right. And recording on here. So we don't start out with anything fancy. I mean, my intro is just kind of like inlaid there, but I just generally welcome to the souls that we carry. And thank you for being here.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me. You're my bestie.
You're my bestie.
You have a place in my pin spots on my phone.
I love that.
So I can find you easily.
Even though we don't see each other as often
You're
anymore.
literally a whole ass mom, businesswoman, now a podcast maker. Like, the fuck? Don't sell yourself short. You are literally doing you're girl bossing.
Thank you. Thank you. Why don't you tell everybody your name and just like a snippet of like who you are?
My name's Jayden. And I've had a very different life. I've experienced many, many things, and it's made me the person who I am now. And I like to think I'm really funny. A lot of times when I tell people things about my life, they're just like, oh, wow.
And then, well, your trauma response is to laugh about the horrific things.
I can take any bad thing in my life and make it a joke.
He's working on that in therapy, or are you?
Well, in therapy, I don't do that. I tell my therapist, James, shout out to James if you ever listen to this, I tell him how I would normally tell somebody something traumatic. And then I'm like, okay, James, that was actually an inappropriate response. Let me tell you how I really feel. And
there
then I
usually cry. Crying is good.
I haven't cried in a long time.
But, well, how do you feel about that?
Great, because I don't have anything to cry about. I'm able to handle my emotions well.
Okay, so it's not like you're stuffing things away. You're just, right now, you feel pretty good.
I'm on 2 meds right now, and they make me feel great.
Oh.
Shout out to Wellbutrin and Lexapro. This is not a sponsor.
Well, good. We don't have any sponsors yet, but yeah, we will. Maybe they'll be one.
If you're out there.
Pharmaceutical world, we know they got the big bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Jayden and I met because, well, we've got like a longer connection than how we met as adults and became friends. We worked together in the education system. But oddly enough, like, I knew of Jayden when he was born.
Our paths were interconnected before we could even imagine.
Yes. Yep. It was pretty cool. I went to school with one of his siblings, and we were the same age. And I remember his sibling being super excited when Jayden was born. Yeah. Because how many years difference are we?
Like, I'm 27.
Oh, okay.
So like 9, 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old do you think I am?
Well, if you're my brother's age, you're like 9 or 10 years older than me.
I'll be 36 in May. Yeah.
I figured.
Yeah.
So I'm 27. So you're like 9 years.
I'm like, how old do I think I am? Damn it.
Oh, so when I turned 27 this year, I actually cried on my birthday because I was like, I'm in my late 20s.
Oh,
I didn't like that.
poor baby. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm looking good for 27.
You look fantastic, and you've had a whole journey on how you look. And
oof, let me tell you all, I used to be 400 plus pounds easily.
and you're tall too.
6 feet tall.
Yeah.
I was a chunkosaurus rex.
And
like
he's single looking.
I am available. I have therapy and I'm emotionally intelligent. So
Very emotionally intelligent. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to graze over the fact that you said a chunkosaurus rex.
Oh yeah, I was
That was so funny.
or what a thicopotamus is
A
another term.
thickopotamus.
I learned that from my friend Amy.
Oh.
Thicopotamus. Her kid said it once, and then I stole it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, being 400 pounds sucked because I was probably at one point probably closer to 500 than I was 400.
Wow.
And then I just decided to take my life and change it. And I did so many things, and it all just kind of worked, but none of it never worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a gastric sleeve, and the journey from losing the weight just to get to where I could have the surgery itself was pretty hard.
Yeah, you should kind of go into that because I don't think a lot of people understand what it takes to even be like qualified to get that.
So to qualify, you have to have a BMI of like 36. My BMI was like 50.
Oh, wow.
I was class 3 morbidly obese, the highest class you can get.
Wow.
You know?
Were you pre-diabetic?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought.
Oh, yeah. I had a slew of health issues. All my numbers were bad. Everything sucked. And then one of my coworkers from the high school, she had the same surgery, and she told me about it. And I was like, oh, cool. So I looked into it, reached out to the same surgeon she had. And I went over to Seattle with my grandma. We went over there. My fucking grandma. My surgeon was Asian, Lily Chang. Look her up. So we're sitting there talking, and then the surgeon leaves. My grandma goes, "Those people right there, they make good doctors." I'm like, "Grandma, you don't even know what ethnicity she is."
Oh my God. She was saying,
Fucking Linda. And I was like, the whole ride home, they make good doctors. She's gonna do good.
oh my God.
I'm like, okay, whatever. But then I had
Your grandma's a whole nother episode.
she's several episodes. But I had to have several months of nutritional growth and like catering, and then I had to have a psychiatric eval. I had to do a liver shrinking diet for like 3 weeks where was only allowed 1 meal a day, and I could have protein shakes, but I could have all the pickles, salsa, mustard, and vinegar I wanted. No. Having only 3 ounces of protein in a meal. Oh, let me tell you, when I got ready to have my meal, I could have killed someone. And then
I remember those days. Yeah,
It was rough.
you did really good, and you were working with kids at the same time. I would have lost my damn mind.
I only did it because I have really good friends, and at the time I had obviously Chelsea
Aw.
and my friend Lola, and then I had another friend named Ashley, and then
Had. Oh,
she was actually all right, but then we just separated.
yeah.
I'm lying. She was not great. But yeah, so I did all that, had the liver shrinking diet. They were like, "Wow, you look good. You're going to have the surgery. Keep up what you're doing." I go, it was 1:15. At 1:15 is how I remember the date, because I was supposed to have it at 1:15 in the afternoon, but then they were like, "No, come in at 6 a.m." But it was Wednesday, January 15th, 2024, I think. Yeah, no, 25, because it would have been, this January was 1 year since my surgery. 27
Oh,
will be 2
wow, I
years.
thought it was 2 years or something.
2 years hit, and I'm having my skin removal surgery, babe.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Good job.
But I get there, and I remember the last thing I remember before I went down was I was looking at my surgeon, and I was like, I hope I don't die. 'Cause I used to be like, if I die, I die. But then I was like, you know what? This will be good for me. Woke up, and oh my God, the poor girl. I told him, I was like, when I wake up, don't touch me. Just like let me wake up. And this poor girl was ripping the thingies off me, and I'm like, don't touch me, and I shoved her away, and I hit her like, oh, put him back down.
You got a little combative.
Yeah. I was aggressive. Woke up the second time, sobbing my eyes out, hysterically crying, and I'm like, my stomach hurts, and I'm just throwing up, and they're like force feeding me Jello and pain pills, and I'm like, ugh. I lay back down, curled up, and then they take me to my room. I don't know. And then I was there like for one night. I was up moving in an hour. I had my surgery.
Wow.
Woke up, was up in an hour. They made me get up, and then I walked around that night. The next day, walked downstairs out of the hospital to my car and left.
That's incredible. And you did it here,
No,
whereas
I did it in Seattle.
in Seattle, that's what I meant.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
in the States. You did it in the States, where a lot of people are going to like Tijuana and stuff and getting it done.
Ooh. So I only had to pay. I was only responsible for $16,000 of the surgery, but because I worked at the school and my income was very minimal, I actually didn't qualify for payments. So I had the whole surgery for free.
That's insane.
And they actually paid me $900 because I had already made payments to them previously.
Yeah.
And so they've refunded those to me.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I had the surgery and I got paid $900.
Dude, get a lotto ticket. That was your lotto ticket. That was good.
I am a walking lotto ticket. Been hit by 5 cars, had a free surgery. But here I am.
Oh my God. Here I am. Yeah, and you've made tremendous progress in your health, and I've gotten to see you transform, and it's boosted your confidence, and it's
Oh yeah.
yeah, your self-love, and
The person I see in the mirror is someone I'm happy with.
yeah.
It's like I can look and feel comfortable in my own skin and my own clothes. Now when I'm like laying down and all my loose skin's kind of molded around, I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
And recently, actually, in therapy, I don't know if I've talked to you about this yet. I had to reimagine myself because in my mind's eye, I only ever saw myself as the big man, right? Mm-hmm. And I used to be like, that was a different guy than now. And James, my therapist, was like, no, they're the same person. Mm-hmm. You are just as much that person as you are this person. So I had to learn to carve around all the bigness around me and find who I am underneath, like a
That's
chrysalis,
beautiful. Yeah.
Inside that big guy was me all along.
Oh yeah.
And I just had to, in my mind, remove it, like carve it away like clay, because that's a good.
Yeah,
I like
when
clay.
you love clay.
I do, and that's so I had to imagine myself taking off bits and pieces, and I've learned to do that with a lot of different things. Like I still have this problem where I do a lot of bad self-talk.
Yeah.
And I'm able to catch it now and be like, whoa, where are you guys coming from? What are you guys talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And then the voices kind of go away.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not true. But instead of not giving it space, I've learned to be like, well, why are you saying that about yourself, Jayden?
Good job. Because that's what one of us, your friends, would say if you said something bad about yourself. It's like, why are you even saying that?
Well, I'm like, well, where is this coming from? Why am I saying that? Why am I using that verbiage?
Yeah.
And then I dig around. I'm like, well, I'm saying that because this is what it is. Or this is what I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good job. James has put in the work.
Fun fact.
So
I would have
have
hit
you-
up James way sooner, but I was scared of my boss.
Because you would have had to take time off work to go get therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I was scared. I was like, thought it was going to be the end of my life if I took time.
Yeah, and that's an older version of you that kind of, I think, used to stress about that kind of stuff.
It's because I have mommy issues. And my
I wasn't
boss
going to say that, but you said it.
was the age my mother is. And
Yeah.
was like motherly to me. So, her opinion mattered.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Good job.
Mm-hmm. I no longer. Well, I still have mommy issues, but
You just have a different boss.
yeah, and she's my age, so I don't. It's not that I don't respect her. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck what you got to think.
You ain't my mama.
Exacaries.
Wow. Yeah, you've come a long way, and I'm so proud of you for it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just love you and adore you.
I love you and adore you.
Thank you. I want to hit on a couple things about your childhood.
Which ones?
Well, maybe you could start. Some people don't realize, like, some people don't understand the verbiage of being like, oh, I have mommy issues or I have daddy issues. And it's very much like, I mean, you can connect it to philosophies, you can connect it to, Freud, you can connect it. I mean, people have been talking about these things for a long time and called them different things, but basically when you say you have mommy issues, you mean?
So we all learn from a very young age how we are perceived by others, and that's how we learn to love ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom was so like tight and so like on top of my mom. My grandma was on my mom, that she was very loose. She let us do whatever. And so I felt very unstructured and very uncared for.
Yeah.
In my whole life, like growing up, I have mommy and daddy issues, because just like the men she chose were not very great. And how my mom expressed to us, because she was like one not done growing up yet herself, and she was not in an emotionally great place. And so when we were emotionally, not doing well, my mom didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
So it was not resolved very well.
Yeah.
I learned that my feelings were not valid.
Yeah. At a young age.
At a very young age.
Yeah.
And then I just learned that I was different and I didn't learn like others.
Yeah.
And then it just made me different and it made me bad.
Yeah. I mean, not just your relationship with your mom, but just kind of how you were as a kid growing up. Like you said, you're different. You had different learning styles than your peers. And we can talk about that a little bit too, because that definitely formed who you are today. I mean, it feels like, from what I know about you, you grew up with a lack of the right people supporting you.
If I were in school nowadays, I would be so successful.
Yeah.
They would have been able to take what I had and molded it into a proper education.
Yeah.
But instead I remember sitting behind the teacher up against the wall, and I couldn't even see the whiteboard, but I was still learning. Like I was still learning how to do things, even though the teacher couldn't see me, even though she thought I couldn't see. She thought I was so dumb that she just forgot about me. And then, like it was just always a struggle, because I was always, I have rampant ADHD and autism, but back then you didn't have that.
Yeah.
You were just different, a bad kid. And I remember it wasn't until the 5th grade where a teacher sat down with me and she was like, Jayden, you just need to chillax. And she was like, my friends tell me all the time, I just need something to do. I have to be doing something. I can't just be sitting. And she got me the tools to succeed. And she made me realize how I learn was not wrong, but it was like just different.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, it takes it can be one teacher that absolutely carves the path to positivity, and it can take one teacher that tears you down. I mean, you had a teacher, remind me of the story. They basically called you stupid and that you wouldn't go anywhere because you couldn't read or something. What was that?
So I couldn't read until the 3rd grade because my sister taught me how to read. And then So in the first grade, this is what I was talking about. Like, there was the teacher desk, and then she had that weird old fashioned projector with the thing you drew on that shot up behind her. Well, I sat behind her, and she thought I was stupid. She was like, "This kid needs to be just in special ed. He cannot learn. He's incapable of learning. There's nothing we can do to help him." And then my grandma had me tested because she's like, "No, he's not stupid though. I talked to him." And my problem is they took the test and they're like, "Dude, this kid's dumb. Like, put him in sped." Like,
the written test.
But then my grandma was like, no, sit with him and ask him the questions. And when they asked me, they were like, "He is smarter than any kid we've ever had tested."
Yeah.
They were insane. They were shocked. And so they were like, "Okay, he has a learning disability. If he tell him the stuff and he learns it and then don't ask him to write it, he's a genius."
Yeah.
Did anybody ever take note of that though? No.
Probably not. Well, and I wonder if that long ago they did not have IEPs and 504s.
They did.
They did?
Yeah, I just never got to use it.
Okay.
They were always, "Jayden, you can take extra time on this test."
Yeah.
Didn't get to take extra time.
Oh. I'm afraid that some teachers don't read those.
They don't.
Yeah. And you worked in special education.
Loved it.
And you were great at it, but you probably saw how some teachers kind of fell short in providing modifications for kids that needed it or accommodations.
Yeah. Some teachers were really, really good about it. And then some teachers were not. They did not understand the limitations of the student. And they're like, "Well, if this person can do that, this one can do this." I'm like, "Okay, student A and student B have completely different goals."
Yeah.
While this one's here to maybe do the work and kind of do a lesser version of what other students are. This one's here just to exist in the classroom and learn skills and not throw the item across the room. Like, and this one over here is here to pay attention and listen to when I give them a command or a prompt. Or that one's here to be in an environment that's fun and exciting, but not lose control.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily do the classwork. Like, yeah, they need to do it.
Yeah, but it's more life skills and learning basic things. Yeah.
What they're actually there for is not always present.
What else would you have wanted support in as a student other than the testing methods?
If I could have done more of everything verbally, I would have done better. Because even to this day, I can't write a letter or a paper. It's all chat GPT'd. And I can talk. I can orally tell a story or do stuff really well.
Yeah.
But getting it out on paper is really hard for me.
Yeah.
And so that's something, if I could have done in school, like told people answers instead of having to like write it down, I would have done so much better.
Yeah. Well, you've come a long way. You've got a big boy job.
I do have a big boy job.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I like my big boy job. It's good stuff.
I do want to point out, I mean, we did talk about your grandma and and she'll get brought up a lot because she was there for you. She was advocating for you. And
my grandma has always been my person, and she's probably the most important person in my life.
Aww.
Even though shit's been kind of crazy with her lately, she's still my number one.
Yeah.
And the moment she passes away from this earth, it's going to be detrimental to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, everyone dies eventually.
Maybe you should like talk to her or something.
It's hard to talk to her. It's awkward now.
I know.
It's like when you break up with someone and then they live with them. You live with them. I'm like, "Oh, hi, Grandma. How you doing, grandson? Good. What are you doing today? Going to work? Well, have a good day. Okay, bye, Grandma." She used to come into my room and I was buck-ass naked and tell me about her crazy dreams.
Yeah.
And now she doesn't want to talk to me about shit because of what happened when she, went to the hospital and stuff.
Yeah. So she hasn't done her usual come in and ask you
Nope.
for interpretation.
Nope. She doesn't do that no more.
I wonder if they're even happening.
I don't know anymore. I don't know what was medically, psychosis or what was actually happening, with that delirium.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a mixture of a lot of it going into it. I mean, she had the physical health concerns that brought her to the hospital in the first place.
Yeah, not waking up.
Yeah. And then all of that. So, I mean, because I know your grandma and I think she's awesome and I know your guys' connection, it'd probably benefit you to just be like, "Yo, Grandma, what's up? Have any dreams lately?"
I don't want to ask her about it though, because I don't want it to stir something and make her.
Like go back into that sort of, yeah. And without going into a whole lot of detail, because it's not our story to tell necessarily, even though Jayden was directly involved, but his grandma went through like a month-long ordeal where something just snapped and there was health issues and
Mental illness is very alive and real.
Yeah. And everything that you and I were talking about definitely leads me to think psychosis, because I've known people that have experienced it and what it does and what was going on. But yeah.
Well, funny enough, when women and men, if they reach that far in their longevity in our family, when they like hit their 70s or 80s, they get dementia and Alzheimer's and they go crazy. It's happened to every family member who's lived after like 75, which is where my grandma's at.
Grandma's 75?
Roughly.
Is she? Wow. Have you noticed some memory loss, like that she, other than not remembering the psychosis that she was in?
No, I mean, just old people stuff, you know?
Yeah. Old people stuff.
I mean, just like kind of like, oh, I forgot to get this. And she used to be always on par with stuff. And then it kind of lacked a little bit. But it was never anything that was crazy.
Yeah.
But from when I talked to my aunt, her younger sister, the women just snapped. It was just like one day, boom, a switch was flipped and they were crazy.
What?
Yeah.
So this has happened to many people in
like
your family?
five different women.
Wow.
I know. I have a lot to look forward to in my old age.
You're not a woman.
But none of the men have lived that long.
Oh.
They all died early.
Oh, God.
None of my grandma's siblings made it past like 60.
Oh, boy.
None of her boy siblings.
Health problems?
That or killed, yeah.
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 Or killed?
Yeah. One of them was shot. My grandma has the bullet that killed her brother in her cabinet with all her keepsakes.
Did she do it?
No. I don't know who did. I've never asked about it because I really don't care.
Maybe that will be the conversation starter.
So, Grandma, who killed Tony? So, what's that about? How'd that make you feel? Yeah.
No, I get it. It's a sensitive time to try to like tiptoe around.
I just interact. I give her the hug she asked for, and then we talk. And I don't know. I get stressed out being at home, so I just go straight to my bedroom when I get home.
Yeah.
So.
How's Leviathan?
He's doing great. He's a little fat, little chunkers right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get him to start eating vegetables. So I'm putting him on a food strike right now.
Jayden has a bearded dragon named Leviathan.
He's the cutest thing ever. Well, maybe one day I'll bring him out on set.
I don't know if I call reptiles cute, but I don't care for them.
I'm going to bring him in on set and he can say a few words.
If he even looks at me wrong, he's out of here.
Oh, yeah. The other day he was slamming his feet on the front ground because he wanted food. And I was like, I'm getting your food. And it wasn't fast enough. So he was like... I'm like,
demanding
chill.
lizard.
Or sometimes he bangs on the glass when he needs to poop. I'm like, dude, I'm not letting you poop on the floor.
Doesn't he poop inside his...
Yeah, but he likes to poop on the carpet.
Oh, he's bougie.
Yeah.
My cat's like that too.
He's like, no, I want to get out of my cage, run around your room and poop on the floor. And usually in a place where I can't reach.
What a little turd.
Lizard shit smells
Ew.
so bad. It's gnarly, but it only smells for like a couple minutes and it's like done.
Yeah.
The scent's gone. But yeah.
That's funny.
I love my boy.
I like Leviathan. It seemed like you got him at a right time in your life where he's like an emotional support buddy.
There are so many times where I'm like, thought about like killing myself and I'm like, who would take care of my lizard? I guess no one. I'd have to do it.
This is the humor that he was talking about.
I'm like, I could just slam my car into that semi and going like 85 miles an hour.
And I'm only smiling and laughing because I am a Gemini and I adapt to my surroundings. And I don't think it's funny. It makes me want to cry sometimes. But he laughs and it makes me laugh. I don't think it's funny.
It is a little funny. It's not.
He's getting the help that he needs.
I have gotten the help I need. I have not had those kind of thoughts in a long time.
That's
but
so
previously, good. I was like, who would take care of my lizard? Not Lola, not Chelsea, not my grandma, because she's going to die soon. And my Leviathan will live up to for like 14 years.
He's keeping you alive.
I know.
That's beautiful.
There were definitely times where I'm like, I guess I have to go home and feed him. I can't kill myself.
It's not funny. It's not funny. You have used 988.
Oh, God. When my therapist was on break, I called it so often.
Yeah.
And then it was really devastating because they promised to call me back a couple times and they never did.
Oh, that's not a good look.
I know. And I even called them out on that.
You did?
Yeah.
And what do they say?
They were horrified. They were like, because they saw the notes. They're like, we didn't call you. And they were deeply embarrassed and just like, they were like this. Yeah. They were so
other
upset.
than a couple of those instances, it's been a pretty good service for you.
Oh, they are wonderful.
Yeah.
I have this really big problem where I'm really self-aware of my emotions, but doesn't mean I know how to deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would call them talking like this with them or even laughing about my emotions, but actually they make me very sad.
Yeah.
And I would be like, I am so sorry. I know I don't sound like I'm actually sad, but like I'm devastatingly sad. But I just don't know how to, feel them without diving all the way in head first. And I can't do that because I'm driving and I will wreck my car.
Yeah.
They're like, well, how about you stop driving? I'm like, I'm on the highway. I can't. I can stop my car by stopping it in the side barrier.
Stop, Jayden.
I'm not like that anymore.
I have his location, so I check on him every once in a while.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad my friends have my location because I've definitely done sketchy things. I'm like, oh, if I get caught, they'll be so mad at me. One time, Chelsea had my location and she thought she's going to have to call the cops because I was doing bad things.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then I spotted you in Tri-Cities at a hotel. I was like, what the hell are you doing over there?
Oh, that's where Alex lived.
I know, but I didn't know about Alex at the time. You're like, oh, I'm just on a date. It's okay. And you sent me pictures. We need the timestamp and like make sure he's alive. Like it's not some stranger texting on your phone.
One time, one of my friends saw my location in Seattle at a hotel, and I was like, yeah, I'm meeting up with this old man. He said to meet him in a van. And she was rushing out the door. She was getting ready to hang up and call the police because she thought I was going to get booty touched. And I was like, I'm kidding, Elena. I'm kidding. Like, I'm only meeting this kind of man. She's like, stop. And I'm like, okay.
And it's not in a van. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's just in an alley.
Even better. One time, so I don't think I've told you this yet.
Oh,
either.
boy.
One time I was on Grindr, the most beautiful gay dating app ever. And this guy was like, come pick me up. And I'm like, okay. And then I go to pick him up and he's homeless. I'm like, oh, Lord. And I was like, okay, things are going well. He's nice. He's a little stinky, but whatever. He's nice. But then he starts talking about shadow people. And I was like, oh, my God. I have to get him out of my car. But he was like, so do you want to go fuck somewhere? And I'm like, I got to go to work. I got texted about a meeting. Bye. And then I dipped out. Oh, my God. And that's when a lot of my friends made me have the location because I was doing bad things.
Yeah. And I feel like you've come a long way from those times.
Yeah, I just leave my phone at home now.
Well, then, you little motherfucker.
I'm just kidding.
You're not kidding. Blink once if you're lying. Blink twice.
I'm not lying.
But now that we're talking about it, I want to kind of rewind back a little bit to your childhood. And you had a pretty interesting upbringing altogether. But in high school, you lived a roller coaster of a life.
Yeah.
Spurts of homelessness, all sorts of stuff.
I was definitely it really started in middle school when I had a neighbor who was very sexually interested in me. He was I was 13, he was 16, which is not a crazy age gap, but for that is kind of crazy.
It's still, yeah, I mean, that's still
But so that was the whole thing. And then it turned out to be a disaster. But that's when I learned I am seeking physical affection. And I only knew how to get it one way because I learned from that experience from when I was 13 that if I do naughty things with men, they will give me an ounce of what I want when really I want cupfuls. So,
that's called breadcrumbing.
Yeah, I was breadcrumbing myself. And so I had this insatiable lust to be touched, to be loved, because they would say nice things to me and give me, face pats and touch me nicely. But then for every one nice thing that happened, 99 bad things had to happen. But I just thought that was normal because there was no gay, nothing on TV to express oh, this is what a relationship should be like.
Yeah. When you were 13, that happened. Was that the earliest instance that you remember that kind of molded that perception for you?
Yes.
Yeah. And when you're 13 and you're with a 16-year-old, that's in terms of how long you've lived, that's a big age gap.
Yeah.
But as you live longer, the gap gets a little more acceptable. In your 30s and you date a 40-year-old, it's not as crazy sounding.
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, it's a lot different.
Well, one of the things that really shaped my experience was so for those youngins who don't know, Craigslist used to have a personal section.
Well, that's how some people got murdered.
Well, that's how I used to meet up with guys all the time on there. I would advertise myself. And one time, this guy who's I don't know, in his late 40s. This is why I didn't like guys who were older.
This is while you were a kid in high school.
Yeah, maybe sophomore in high school. Because I looked like a whole ass man. I had a face.
Yeah, because you were always tall.
Tall, beefy looking, had a full face of hair.
So you were telling these men that you were different age.
I was I was 18. They're they knew I wasn't, but they took advantage of me anyway. One guy took me out to Rock Island, which is like a good ways out of Wenatchee. No cell phone. My mom didn't know where I was at. I didn't even tell. I just left the house. Didn't say anything to her. I was there for several hours, and I just did whatever he asked me. It was very scary.
So
Looking back now, I'm like, haha.
You did. You did the things that he asked, but you were scared, and you ultimately really didn't want to be doing them.
I wish I could have left, but he controlled my ride.
Yeah.
And no one knew where I was at.
Yeah.
I didn't even know where I was
And
at.
you're all the way out at the dam. I mean, you don't just walk home on the highway.
And this was before Rock Island was even developed like it was. Like,
yeah.
It was just...
You'd have to walk all the way into East Wenatchee.
I didn't know where I was. Like, I was out in the middle of the desert. Like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Little old me has no sense of direction back then. And I'm just like, somewhere.
So... how many times would you say you met up with someone through Craigslist while you were in high school?
Like 30.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a lot, Jayden.
Well.
Did you know at the time that was a lot? At any point were you like, did you have friends that were like, this isn't normal, like people don't do this?
I never told anybody about it.
Yeah.
I just kept it to myself, internalized it.
When did you start telling people your story?
Like senior year in high school.
Yeah.
Because I was like a little bit more proud of whatever. But like, yeah, I actually wanted to reach 100 before I was 25.
Oh, so it was like this goal.
Yeah. I was like, I want to be as much of a promiscuous whore as I can.
Just tell me more about that.
I thought being touched was the only way to be loved. And
yeah.
So I wanted to seek that out.
And you wanted the high number to show almost like, look at how many people have loved me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought being touched was being loved. So the more people that touched me, the more people that loved me.
Ah.
And so.
Well, how old were you when you figured that out? Right there, what you just said. Or did you have that figured out then?
I don't know. I think it was just kind of like what I didn't have growing up as a kid, I sought incorrectly. So imagine like how you deserve to be loved in your feelings about yourself. That's a muscle that you have to flex. People who grow up in a more stable home and have parents who are calm and kind of go with them and validate their feelings and make them feel important, that muscle's flexed. So they have higher standards and they know like, hey, I don't need to be touched to be loved, or I deserve these kind of touches and this kind of love. Well, that muscle for me was very underdeveloped. And even to this day, I still struggle with it a little bit. But I did not have it flexed. And I was like, being touched is being loved, because I was never hugged as a kid. And I don't remember really ever hugging my mom or my grandma.
Not even grandma.
Not even grandma.
Oh, wow.
Like, it was just, we weren't very huggy, touchy, feely kind of family.
Yeah.
Affection was very scarce. Like, my mom spent a lot of time downstairs or away from us kids. We spent a lot of time by ourselves, and like, she did spend time with us, but it was never like, I don't really have a lot of memories of us doing stuff as a family, except for like going out, like doing like a couple big things a year, but never like, we didn't eat as a family. We didn't do anything as a family, really.
Yeah.
So as an adult, I was seeking out what I should have got from parents. I was seeking it out from adult men, but then I was doing it sexually because that was the only way I knew how.
And yeah, with men, and your relationship with women has been different. Like, you do not like being with women, but you make great friends with women.
I love women.
Yeah.
I think women are the greatest things ever.
Oh.
And like men who let us have free will. No good. We're bad. Like, disappointing. And I connect with women really well, but men, I have a hard time talking to men. And so like, I've only ever had women doctors, women therapists.
Yeah, it's interesting you picked James, but you picked him.
I specifically picked him because he was a man and I thought he was gay.
And you thought he was gay.
Yeah, because I want to be able to talk to other gay men, because I'm like a dog. I don't play well with others.
Yeah.
I'm basically homophobic.
I was just going to say, you've said so many times that I've never met someone who, I guess, like, identifies as gay, say that he hates gay people.
I do. I hate gay people. I really do, though.
What a dichotomy to be living in, because isn't that like what you're seeking?
Listen, people just have the right to be loved and love whoever they want to love.
Yeah.
But also have more of a personality than being Yas Queen. Like,
oh, yeah. Like, not making it your entire identity.
Yeah. When all you are is bleeding rainbows and being gay, like, go bowling.
Yeah.
Like, go fishing. Do something,
Yeah.
please. Like, have a second personality trait.
And that's what you mean by you don't like gay people.
Yeah. Not those ones.
Not those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't do well. Like, I've met other gay adults, and generally, like, one time as an adult, this was recently, maybe the last couple of years, I met my mom's friends, and there was like 4 gay dudes and me and my mom and my mom's friend Amanda. I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I texted her. I was like, Mom, I'm fucking homophobic. Like, I'm gonna beat these gays up. Like, I'm gonna straighten them out a little bit. Like, I'm gonna find a closet and put them in it. Like, I cannot handle. And maybe that's the country in me. But I was just like, who let these men out of their closet? Because they did not develop enough. Controversial to say. Everyone deserves to be loved and to be whoever they are. But like, too much estrogen was in that room, darling. Gonna get canceled.
You can't get canceled if you're not even like,
So one time, I'm with my ex-best friend Ashley. We're in an IKEA, and it's Pride Month. Go Pride. And I walk in. I've never been in IKEA before, and I see these rainbow tote bags. And I'm like, the gays. They're just taking over everything. And Ashley goes, Jayden, you can't say that. And I'm like, what are they going to do? Hate crime me? Hate crime a gay person? I'd like to see them try. But unbeknownst to me, this woman was getting ready to approach me. But when she heard me say that, she's like, oh, he's one of us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're funny. I feel like you just say a lot of stuff to get the like extreme reaction because you should be a stand-up comedian, truly.
I am a level 99 gaslighter, and I'm really funny, if you could tell, because Chelsea's laughing. And everywhere I go, I bring laughter and joy. But I'm also really good at lying to people. And my favorite time I ever lied to Chelsea, I have a couple of them, was we'll start with the one that's not so dramatic. I was like, Chelsea and I grabbed her because I knew she was gonna run. I'm like grabbing her tight, and I'm like, is the kiln supposed to be smoking? And her face was like, and she like, we're getting ready to run, but I was holding on to her. I was like, I'm kidding.
And that's the thing for pottery that gets up to really high temperatures, like 2,000 degrees. And if it's on fire, it's a bad day. It's a bad day.
And then a second time, there was a student who, I don't know how to bring it up. Like,
just say it.
He was of African American descent.
There you go.
But he was also half white, and his grandpa on the Caucasian side had taught him how to make and use whips. And Chelsea goes, "Wow, that is so ironic." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then I pretended I didn't know what slavery was, and I started crying.
Yeah, he pretended, and I'm the most gullible person in the world. So if you stick with something long enough, I start to think, "Oh my God, maybe they're being for real." Like, so. Yeah, Jayden convinced me that he didn't know that
had to explain slavery.
That slavery existed in the United States. He didn't know, like, he convinced me he didn't know about the Civil War. And, like, I don't know, guys.
She was, like, talking about it. I'm laughing so hard I'm crying, but I'm able to, like, hide my face. And I'm like...
No, he was actually crying. He's like, what do you mean this happened?
I was like, we did that to them. And then I'm like... And then all of a sudden I stop. I'm like, Chelsea, I'm not fucking stupid. And I walk away. Like, nothing happened.
He just, like, gets... out of character like that, and I'm like God damn it, Jayden.
And then I did it again to my current boss.
Oh no, you didn't. About the same topic.
Yeah, slavery.
Did you convince her?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then I'm like crying again because I'm laughing, and she's like looking at me like I'm stupid. And then I go, I'm not dumb, boss. Like, who do you think I am? And I just turn and leave, go back to my desk.
It's like a bit, like you have like bits that you play out just in your own head, and for no one else is like entertainment except for your own.
My special skill in life is pushing buttons and gaslighting. But I can only do it for funny situations. I'm actually a really bad liar, but I'm also a really good liar.
Yeah, I feel like not in moments where you need to be serious and have a actual good relationship. Like, maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. My lying, I can't do it on command. I can only do it when it's funny.
Yeah.
I can lie when it's funny.
Okay.
Like, I once convinced my friend that feta cheese, she's lactose intolerant, that feta cheese was plant-based, and I got her to eat it. Well, I didn't know she was eating it. I was like, oh my God, stop. You're going to shit your brains out. She did.
So funny for you.
Funny for me.
But not others.
It's at the detriment of others, but the enjoyment of myself.
Oh, Jayden, I think...
That's narcissistic.
Has James brought that up?
We've never talked about it.
Oh, when's your next appointment? A week
tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Perfect. It's Monday. That's right. I'm calling James up. I'm sending him the link to this podcast.
Oh, James. I don't do it as much anymore. And usually I just do it with dumb shit. Like oh, feta, that's plant-based.
Yeah.
And then I come up with a bunch of facts that sound right because I know a lot of things about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just like, yeah. Or I can just be like, what? Really? And then just get people to not think I know something.
Yeah.
I can play dumb really well and smart. But then I always say, I'm just kidding at the end.
After a long pause. Or the next day.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, it definitely takes like a dark humor to get to understand you fully.
Because I can make anything sound good.
Yeah.
I can be like, what was it? I don't know. I always remember being in school and say something. People would be like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's like Tuesday for me. But that's because my life's been so crazy. What would be like detrimental to you is just a Tuesday to me. So I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like being hit by a car. Pfft, done that 5 times.
See, and that's why I say a stand-up comedian, because they take so much of their trauma and the bad shit that's happened and they twist it into jokes, and it's a coping mechanism.
Yeah. Like, fun fact, I hate women, love them, but boobies repulse me.
Mm-hmm.
But these hands were meant for pleasing women. Like I can give a massage. Chelsea knows, right?
Yes. And let's just, for listeners involved, that was just, a nice little shoulder rub.
Yeah, shoulder rubs. I don't do anything elsewhere. But it just doesn't work for men. I'm not like, for whatever reason, I can't give a man a massage. Like I can, but when I give women a massage, it's just like they're dying of like pleasure, not like that kind, but like they're just like, this is so great. And I was meant to please women with these hands.
Yeah. So I love how on the front end of this, we're like, and he's single and looking, and you're like,
if you're a man with a vagina, I'm interested.
There we go.
I'm really good with those.
Sorry, Mom. She listens.
Oh my gosh, I love your mother.
But I'm not sorry, because she's very open-minded. She'll listen to just about anything. And thank you. She is funny. But she's also, I've mentioned this before, a nurse for a long time. She has seen it all.
At one point in my life, I was going to send Chelsea letters to her parents' house that were cut out magazines. Be like, you smelled so good the other day. I really liked the way you looked.
Like, ultimately trying to make my parents believe that I have a stalker. Like,
well, because I didn't know that was her parents' house. Like, she had a business card for when she was starting her tattoo business. I was like, I'm going to send you weird letters. She's like, that's my parents' house. I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't. They'll call the FBI. Oh my God, Chelsea, what's this? Oh, it's just my friend. Don't worry.
Don't worry about him.
I get those all the time. It's okay. It's like a subscription.
Oh my gosh. So when you graduated high school, what'd you do next?
Worked.
Yeah.
I barely graduated high school. Barely. By a cunt hair, as my grandma would say.
I love that. I love that expression.
I worked at Domino's, and then me and my best friend at the time stopped being best friends, so I started working at Walmart. And that was all right. It was a good gig. And that's when I became really good friends with my friend Ashley, my best friend. And then I worked there for like a year and a half, and then I got told I looked stupid, so I left. Worked at Lowe's.
Wait, that you looked stupid?
Oh yeah, my pants were rolled up, and it was like 108 degrees outside, no AC in that bitch.
Yeah.
And
that's back when you were bigger too, right? Or medium?
I would say I was medium. Like I was bigger than I am now, but I wasn't big yet.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna burp. I didn't. But she comes up, she's like, Jayden, you look stupid dressed like that in front of a bunch of people. And I'm like, excuse me? Beg your pardon? I was like, Fernanda, the store manager, said I could be dressed like this. She's like, no, she didn't. And I was like, go ahead and text her. Well, she whips out her phone in front of everybody, texts her. Oh, you can be dressed like that. Well, if you're going to be dressed like that, you need to be behind a register.
Oh my god.
They didn't even say sorry. And then so like, I just like, oh, well, I'm so stupid. I can't remember how to come back to work. So I told everybody, I'm quitting. I gave my 2 weeks notice. My boss was like, Jayden, you're not quitting. I told everybody, I was like, guys, this is my last day. I threw myself a party in the break room. They're like, Jayden, stop saying that. You're going to get in trouble. Went home on my lunch, never came back.
Dang.
And they were like, Jayden, where are you? I was like, I'm too stupid to figure out how to put my keys in my car. They're like, don't be like that, Jayden. I was like, well, I'm stupid.
Petty level 3000.
Yeah, I was so dumb. And then I got a job at Lowe's, and that was all right. And then I got a job at the high school, and that was pretty all right.
And that's where we met.
So my first interaction with Chelsea, I'm in a classroom covering for another para.
Oh god, where's this going? Oh no, I know this story, I think.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good story.
And she was a little weird, a little eccentric. She
Duh.
dressed a little funny. And her room was different. And I was just like, oh, this lady's weird. But then I'm sitting next to a student and they're just scribbling colors and just doing whatever. And I remember this stuck with me forever. And I will always remember this for the rest of my life. You go up to that student and you go, I just love how beautiful you make those colors. Like, I love how you do that, and pointed out all these beautiful things about this nothing. And you just made it into so many beautiful things. And you pointed that out. And that just like stuck with me forever. That's when I knew I was going to love you.
Aw,
That's when I knew you were like part of my soul.
that's so sweet. See, he can be serious sometimes.
Yeah, I can be.
Aw.
Hee-hee.
And I remember that instance too. And I remember that student, and she struggled to do anything like
Creative.
realistic or creative. It was a lot of, she was one of those students that the life skills were just trying to be embedded.
Yeah, where getting her to have an original thought was
Yeah.
the hard part.
Yeah.
Let her be her own thing.
Yeah.
And I just remember I remember just like the drawing. I was like, oh, that's pretty. It's colors. It was just a bunch of different crayon colors. And you're just like, that is so beautiful. Like, if you look at it like this and then pointed out all these beautiful things to her. And I just loved that. That was then that moment. I was like, this woman is my friend.
Aw.
Yeah.
And then we became friends.
And then we became besties. And then we discovered she knew my brother.
Yep.
And then, as everyone knows, my brother, speaking of which, my brother, so my ex, now Corey, he knew my brother.
Really?
Even though he's from Utah, because someone he went to rehab with my brother.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's like a small world.
Yeah, and he lives in Yakima.
That's crazy.
I know. He's like, is your brother named Timothy? I was like, Tom. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We're all connected.
I just know a lot of people.
That too. Yeah.
But, yeah.
After you did a good timeline of your jobs, and now you're no longer at the school, you're at a different job, which is awesome. But in terms of your healing, particularly, what we were talking about earlier about the illusion of the way you felt like you needed to be loved and all the promiscuous excursions that were done in high school. How did you start healing through that, and when did it happen?
So for me, like, again, it was always about how I would breadcrumb myself into being loved. If I did 99 acts for a man, he would give me that one. And I remember sitting there with James, and he used very specific verbiage. You need to reroute your mind. And all of a sudden, I imagined in my mind what I actually desired was like this comforting yellow energy from a man, men. And it was giving me comfort and joy, but the only way I knew how to do it was through these sexual red acts. Oops. And I remember all of a sudden in my mind, I made a map, and it was like, I can go this way and take the long route to get what I want, or I can take this way. I learned how to ask for it directly.
Nice.
And that muscle, I awakened from that muscle, and all of a sudden I was able to flex it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, because before, like, I would be in these moments of like deep-seated passion where it's like, I'm going to go and these men are actively wanting me. They're saying all the right things. And it flips something in my brain to like, oh my God, they're desiring me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even remember. I'd be sitting in my car like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But then it would take over again.
But that was the beginning of the work.
That was
being
like before.
implemented.
That was before I even like knew what I was doing. But then once I started being aware, I was like, I don't need to do that. I was like, what I'm actually looking for is this. And once I learned what it was that I was actually seeking, I learned that I didn't have to do it through sex.
Yeah. I think James has been a really good match for you, because every time we talk about your sessions, it's like he's learned about you that you're good at visualization, and you need something that you can visualize and create like a really good, strong sort of analogy or metaphor or something where you can actually look and feel a color like yellow, map it out, like things like that. And that's how your brain works. And
he's really good at like word vomiting with me. We talk about a big important subject and then we word vomit the rest. And then usually like the middle part of the session is just me talking about whatever. And then he pinpoints something. We talk about what's actually important for like 30 minutes. And then so the first 15 are not really important. The middle 30 is really, and then the last 15 are him just word vomiting at me, and I'm processing. Because he's learned that if we do too many big topics, I can't process all of it.
yeah.
But so he's learned to like word vomit with me and be like, okay, cool. And then we just kind of go down whatever and BS.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
And it takes time to form that relationship with a therapist, with anybody, but
I picked the first therapist on the first go.
you got lucky.
I got lucky.
Yeah. But even then, like, you started seeing him a year and a half ago?
April.
April? A year ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So-
remember the day it happened too. I told myself, it's okay, Jayden. If you just make it till summer, you can see James. If you just wait a little bit longer, you can do it. And then all of a sudden I told myself, no, I deserve this right now. I deserve to get help. And I got it.
Yep. And then when there was issues about missing a little bit of work, those were resolved, thankfully.
Yeah. I spoke to my actual boss and I cried and was like, it's either you can have me kill myself or I can get the therapy. It's your choice, but one of them is going to happen.
Oh my God.
That's what I told Donna too. I'm not even lying. I was like, Donna, I'm either going to kill myself or I'm going to have the therapy. It's your choice. And she goes, well, let's get you therapy. That's really important. And then I was like, but I don't know what to do because my other boss, I don't know what to say. And she was like, she will never say anything about it ever again. And then that was it.
Because she had made comments before about missing.
I felt like I couldn't miss work because of other reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't like a directly like, you can't go get therapy,
No,
but it was other stuff.
It was other stuff, other feelings that were my problem. It's not that she made me anxious. I made myself anxious over things that were not her fault. But instead of soothing them, they never got better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, ultimately, you got the help that you needed at the time.
Yeah, I started seeing James and I started using a little bit of my PTO. And I would go do therapy, go get myself a coffee and sit in the parking lot, cry a little bit, process, go to work.
Yeah.
And I'd usually go bug you too.
Yeah. You never bug me.
I would go bug you though.
Would check in.
A little check me like, how you doing? I'm like, I guess I gotta go back to work.
So basically you were 26 when you got the help that you truly needed.
Yes.
And started working on that. So you lived from 18 to 26, just kind of floating around.
Yeah.
Not really knowing, drifting.
At one point I had another therapist, but she taught me how to take action.
Okay.
Like I used to be like real like, oh, I can't do laundry. I can't do the dishes. I had a hard time showering. I'm just like getting that energy to do something. She taught me to just take action, but she didn't teach me how to deal with failure because she retired me.
Oh.
Like she was like, Jayden, you're good. I'm moving away.
Yeah.
And just up and left.
Wow. Yeah, it's one thing to teach somebody to take action, but there's either going to be success or failure in that.
I never learned how to deal with failure or like not following through in the feelings. And so that was like, I could now do things, but like if I didn't finish the task or I didn't do it well, I didn't know how to deal with that. And that was hard. And a lot of professionals in my life have left. Like my high school counselor left. My counselor before that in middle school, I had like 4 of them. One of them, my friendship counselor, I really liked, this lady. She taught me some really good life lessons. And then she was like, I'm going to go to Asia, but I'll be back in like 3 months. Never came back.
Oh my gosh.
Went through like 2 other counselors in middle school. And then I had to see a counselor in elementary school.
So you definitely struggled with abandonment.
Oh yeah. Professionally. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I talk about that with James a lot. I'm like, I'm worried that you're going to leave me, James.
You talk about that a lot.
Like
and
when he was
had
on vacation.
Yep. I was going to say when he was on vacation. Yeah.
That was like the scariest part of my life. Like honestly, because I wasn't working. I was unregulated. I had no purpose because I had no job. Like I was off for the summer and like I was home alone. I was just like, what do I do?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What got you through that?
988 and seeing a couple friends and getting out of the house.
And Leviathan.
And Leviathan, that scaly boy.
That scaly boy.
The scaly boy.
Wow.
I love that man. I hope he's a man. I hope he's not a girl. I'm really
You
sad.
still don't know?
No. When I look underneath I don't know what I'm looking at. It's like, I'm like, okay. I'm waiting for him to either lay eggs or never lay eggs. I don't know. I can't sex a lizard, okay? A chicken, I can do that. But a lizard? Well, I can sex a chicken from a mile away.
Oh, because the rooster versus a hen?
Well, I don't know. I just can look and be like, oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, because a rooster has the little dangly things on its neck.
Yeah. But like lizards, I'm like, are those balls or are those in an egg spot? And then when I look at the interwebs, they're very clearly defined. But then when I look at him, I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Maybe it's a rare hermaphrodite.
Well, I hope not. I want him to be a normal lizard. Like, I don't have the money for medical bills for him to have eggs that are fertile or not fertile. Like, I just want him to be a man. Not because I don't like women, because I don't want him to lay eggs. And sometimes they can be fertile. Next thing you know, I have a bunch of babies running around.
How? No way. You have to have another lizard there.
Nope.
What?
Some lizards can just reproduce asexually.
No way.
Yeah, dead ass. That's why I'm scared for him to be a woman.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I also have very little interest in reptiles, especially lizards, so I don't care to know.
Ooh, if I hatch some lizards, bring them to your house, let them loose.
I'd kill you.
Griffin, that's one. Like, ah!
Griffin's just holding it by the tail. That boy wouldn't touch a lizard. He sees a ladybug and he goes, ah, a bug.
Me when I see boobs, ah, breasts.
Ah, boobs.
Oh my God. Speaking of that, the other day I'm at work and I'm like holding my hand out to grab something from my coworker and I look over and her boob is nearly mine. I'm like, ah, don't do that. She's like, what? And I was like, your hand almost touched my boob. She's like, oh, I wouldn't mind. I was like, but I mind. I care.
They're disgusting.
Boobs terrify me. She's like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, but I don't like boobs. They're scary. I can't do with them.
That's such a oh my
though?
God. That's so interesting though that you're fine with that and then boobs terrify you. It's like definitely mommy issues written all over that.
It's funny because my other gay friends or a lot of other gay men love boobs.
Interesting.
Like my friend Deke, he has gay friends who are just like obsessed with them. And I'm over here like terrified. He's like, you're the first gay man I've ever met who's terrified of boobs. I am like, they repulse me.
Well, you have to think, a woman's breast feeds their infant.
Oh yeah.
And so
I was breastfed as a kid. Yeah.
that's good.
I think I was. I don't know.
And I'm not necessarily saying like if you're afraid of boobs that you never got breastfed, but I think that it could correlate to something super deep in the relationship between your mom and you.
Ugh, that's so many topics.
Yeah. And it's not a sexual thing. I'm just saying
No.
it's like a literally like you're connected to your mother thing.
Yeah. Which is very interesting because I just have so much to talk about my mom. I love my mom because the chemicals in my mind make me. You know, and she's a really good friend.
Yeah.
She's becoming a better mother, but she right now is just a really good friend.
Yeah. And like she'll pick you up if you're drunk at the bar.
Oh, yeah. But that's what a friend would do though.
Yep.
But like when I really need her to be there for me,
As a mom.
it's really hard for her to be there.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get to eat in high school, junior or senior year. I didn't get to have breakfast or lunches because my mom didn't fill out paper for me.
For the free and reduced.
Yeah. Even though I qualified, she would do it for my sister and my two little stepbrothers, but not for me because by the time she got to me, she'd forget.
That's so weird, especially because
The other kids weren't even her kids.
yeah. There's a lot to that. Does she see therapy?
No.
Have you had conversations about these
Yeah.
topics?
Yeah. I tell her straight up what I talk about in therapy.
Okay.
Like I tell her, I'm like, Mom, I talk about you a lot in therapy.
And what does she say?
She goes, oh, well, what do you say? And then I tell her and she goes, oh, okay. And I can tell it bothers her, but she doesn't say I'm wrong. She just says, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, cool. She doesn't say, I'm sorry. That's how you feel. She just says, I'm sorry for that. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then she's like, I probably need therapy. I'm like, yeah, you probably do.
I'm glad that you've told her and she's having those responses because that's a giant step in the direction.
Well,
it doesn't take anything back, but you can heal from here.
How my sister receives love versus how I receive love are very different. Mm-hmm. The things that she does for my sister, I wish she would do for me. You know? And so I've told her, I was like, Mom, you need to learn to love me differently because how you're doing it is not working for me. And while that's my problem, it's also going to be your problem when I don't like you. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, okay. And I was like,
wow,
and she works on it.
She responds like that?
She doesn't know how else to respond. She's
Yeah.
like, oh.
Well, some people would get extremely defensive in
Nope,
those situations.
She never got defense about it. She's like, oh, okay. And she's actively tried to be better.
Good for her.
I know. I'm proud of her.
Go mom.
Go Linnea. Go Linnea. If you're out there, totes to you. She's never going to listen to this.
You don't think so?
Maybe if I show it to her.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom's really weird. She's a tomboy.
What's that have to do with listening to podcasts?
About spirits and
Oh.
Like,
I would say that's being conditioned.
I would say the realm of what we're talking about is not something she'd be interested in.
Yeah.
Unless if we start talking about cars and guns and like four-wheelers maybe, but
That's what you mean by
Yeah.
she's a tomboy.
yeah. Like she likes stuff I don't like. I am my grandma's grandson, but not my mother's son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
It is interesting. Where's your dad?
Where is my dad? $1 million question. He is currently in Malaga, clean and sober, with new teeth. And my mom agreed to go down to the child support people and be like, clear his debt.
Wow.
Because it really bothered me that my dad's all right man.
You've reconnected with him recently. Slightly.
A little bit. I talk to him every once in a while. He offered to give me some money so I could pay my car tabs. He didn't follow through, but I also probably should have reached out and been like, hey, can I have that money?
Yeah.
But I asked him, and I was expecting him to say no, and he said yes. Did I actually expect it? No, but the fact that he even said yes, this is where I'm at, talks about his life, but doesn't go into these, woe is me details. He just kind of tells me what's up, and it kind of acts like a bro, which is really nice. But
where was he at in your childhood timeline?
So him and my mom made me. I was born, and then him and my mom was pregnant with my sister. Then my dad went to go do coke in Alaska. Cocaine.
Yes.
Not Coca-Cola, the white powder. And he went up there to do cocaine, presumably with my great uncle Bob, because that's what he used to smuggle coke from America and Mexico all the time.
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
Oh, I never told you about that? No. That's how he met his wife. My Grant Dora, my great aunt. Another episode, guys. We can talk about my family. Oh, that's a whole episode.
Oh my god, I know.
That family tree, it loops back around in a couple places. So bad. Anyway, he went to go do coke, came back, wrote my mom a letter. She ripped it up. My grandma saved it for me, so I still have that letter somewhere. Super nice. Then my mom got with this guy named Bill, and then that was just ass. Then she got with my most recent stepdad, John, and was with him for most of my life. And then she dated other men off and on ever since then. But my dad was omnipresent. I met him in the 3rd grade. And from then on, he was off and on present. Had places to live, didn't have places to live. Lived with my great aunt Dora, my great uncle Bob for a little bit. And that was like golden age for me, my dad. I hung out with him all the time. But then my great uncle Bob died. No surprise. He did lots of drugs and was old and fat. And then that was whatever. And then my great aunt Dora, who my dad still lived with, she loved me and my sister. She was like, you guys are like my grandkids. Like, I love you guys. And then she went to go to Alaska to visit her son and mysteriously fell in a Walmart and died.
What?
Yeah. And the next thing you know, her son got everything from her. A bunch of money, the house, the RV, sold it all.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She was like, I'm leaving this house to you kids. So you two have a home, me and my sister. She's like, you guys will always have a home here. And then she died. Wow. And then after that, my dad was dating this lady named Vicky. Vicky, if you're out there, fuck you. She's dead. I hated that woman. She was evil. She really stole my stepdad. Not my stepdad. She stole my dad. Like, my dad was so present in my life, and then he dated this woman, and all of a sudden, it was no longer about me and my sister. It was about her grandson and her son, and everything revolved around them. And I just stopped liking my dad after that.
Yeah.
And after that, he was unstable. He lived in these horrible places. I remember one time my mom made me go see my dad, me and my sister, and we were sleeping in tents outside in this lady's backyard because my dad was staying in her shed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And your mom knew that?
Yeah.
And she was okay with that?
Yeah. Like,
oh, baby. I'm sorry.
So I didn't like seeing my dad.
Yeah.
But then, like, things got better, and then they got worse, and they got better, and then they got worse, and then, like, after high school, he just kind of dipped out. And then I told him I was gay. Well, before that, he was like, oh, yeah, this girl I'm dating, she has, like, gay sons, blah, 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 this and that, cool stuff. And I was like, oh, well, I'm gay. I didn't even say I was gay. I was like, yeah, me and my boyfriend are moving in together. And he just like, oh, and then never messaged me again. And then he
but was okay with the other kids
yeah,
being
but then he got beat up, and then he realized that, like, he should appreciate me more. And then about the time I was getting ready to have my surgery, he reached out to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing this. And he was like, oh, wow. And then we started to reconnect a little bit. But yeah.
Wow.
Good old Jim.
Yeah, that's a journey.
So funny. Everybody recognizes me because I look just like my dad.
Oh, really? I haven't seen a picture of him.
Oh, I look just like the man. Like, sometimes in the mirror, I'm like, oh, wow. I look like him. Here, let me see. Get a photo out.
Yeah.
But, like, he was super smart. He graduated high school early, went into the Air Force. Like, he is a phenomenal artist. Like, even to this day, even after all the drugs and everything, he is a phenomenal artist. And he's actually really kind, really smart. He's not a bad guy. It's just that he likes drugs, but he's getting his shit together.
Well, and then Vicky, it sounds like Vicky kind of.
I don't want to talk bad about her because she's dead, but, like, I don't like her. And
her soul has moved on. Maybe she wasn't a great person in this lifetime, but
that's a bad picture of him. Oh my God, this man. He has like a gajillion Facebooks. He's like, your average crackhead with like a Facebook every 3 days because
they forgot to log in. Oh wow, yeah.
Look just like my daddy.
Yeah.
People always say that. I'm like, you say that again and I will hit you.
Uh,
They're like, oh, okay.
You're the only one that can say it.
I don't like saying it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But people will know my dad, and it's like crazy because my dad was a very popular man.
Is he clean now?
Yeah, he's 100% clean and sober. Has new teeth and everything.
That's amazing.
I know.
And he's living out in Malaga.
Yeah. Oh, you.
Mm-hmm.
You guys could be neighbors.
Maybe.
Actually, I have his address. Let's see.
Don't tell it. Don't say it. I guess it's fine, but whatever.
I'll just show it to you. Do you recognize that? It's at the bottom.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're kind of close.
Oh, wow. If you see a man that looks like me, it's me. Or it's him, not me.
If you see a man that looks like me, it's me.
Shut the fuck up, Chelsea. Listen. Your boy has ESPN. There's a 60% chance it's already dark outside, okay? Leave me alone.
That was Mean Girls, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I've never actually seen Mean Girls.
Oh, you haven't? You'd love it. But I'm picturing the actress that did that little bit. She plays in Mean Girls. And yeah, it has to be that. Because she was like being a weather
she's
girl.
Like, oh, I have ESPN.
Yeah.
And it's like raining outside. She's like, there's a 60% chance it's already raining.
As she's grabbing one boob.
Yeah, because her boobs can tell the weather. That's her ESPN, not her
ESP.
ESP. It's her ESPN.
She plays a funny character.
The musical's really good too.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, but I'm talking about the Broadway musical, not the fucking pissy ass one they released. That shit sucked.
You're bougie with your musicals.
Damn right I am.
Yeah.
I'm a musical gay. Don't ask me for fashion sense or if something looks good, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I could barely dress myself, but I like a good musical.
You do, because you listen to all sorts of like mythology, like audiobooks and the things they turn into music and orchestra.
Love a musical.
Yeah.
Like if it's a musical, I will like Legally Blonde the musical, chef's kiss. Like all the different versions. There's like the Heathers. There's I don't know. I just like all of them. Newsies, Spelling Bee. I just love a good musical.
That's cute. Mm-hmm. You're adorable.
Thanks. I can't sing though. I have no singing ability.
It's a learned ability, just like art.
No, I'm tone deaf in my ear, baby girl.
You just sing in one tone.
Bad.
But very well.
I sing in one tone and that's bad. Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing the tip of the iceberg of your very tumultuous life and shown the glimpses of humor and coping mechanisms you've had for it. I plan on having you back because we do have a lot of individual topics that we could cover that'd be really helpful for people.
I would love to share what I've learned, how I've dealt with it, and what I'm still learning and my journey ahead, because my journey that I've already walked is so insane, and I'm sure there's so many people that could relate to bits and pieces of it and say, wow, you know?
Yeah.
So I would love to share with them what I've learned and how I've dealt with stuff.
I love that. Well, in terms of like what we've talked about, I mean, we've already clearly stated you do talk therapy.
I do.
And you found a really great therapist for yourself.
Yes.
You use 988, the hotline that's not just for suicide, it's for any crisis.
Any crisis.
Any crisis. And you've had success with that. And what are some other methods that you've learned to cope and heal other than laughing at extremely dark humor?
I have learned through therapy to not... I have had to learn to rethink about a lot of things, how I think about things.
Just rewiring your brain.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you hear a lot of people do like microdosing mushrooms or a ketamine treatment or
I want
things
to do
like
the ketamine treatment. My therapist does do ketamine, but it's just like uber expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $1,000 per session.
Yeah.
So.
Because it takes a lot of his time too.
It's a 3-hour therapy session plus drugs.
Yeah.
And so, and I need to do like 10 of them. So I need to have like 10, 15 grand just to like have it be successful.
Yeah.
Now it's crazy.
There's got to be other methods too that are out there, and
a lot of it's his time.
Yeah.
Because I'm having a 3-hour long therapy session.
Yeah.
And it's $200 an hour. or like $400 an hour, and I get the first hour covered or something like that. I don't know.
$400 an hour.
Or maybe it's like $200 an hour, and the first hour is covered, but it's 3 hours, so I have to pay $400. So it's like,
I should have been a therapist.
I know, but yeah, my therapist has his own therapist.
Yeah, they have to.
It's so funny.
They have to. There's a show where they follow a therapist that, it's called couples therapy. No shit. So the show follows a therapist that helps couples in couple therapy, and they're real life instances. And then it shows her talking to her own therapist or psychiatrist, and it's needed. It's like,
yeah, I could never imagine doing what he does, because the kind of shit I bring to the table sometimes, like I've almost made him cry because of the things I've said and just how I say it. He goes, like, the way you say that, Jayden, is so heartbreaking, because for you that is a way of life, and it should not be. And it makes me feel awkward that he's sad and that it impacts him that much. And I'm like, dog, this is your job, man. Like, what are you over there crying about?
But he's also human.
Yeah, which I also remember, and then I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But he also taught me one of the big coping mechanisms I have, which I came up with recently, was I leave all my problems in my car. So as long as a problem doesn't arise during work, it's not going to bother me. Like, when I found out my nephew died, which was like, it was tragic, but only for a couple of days. Long story. It really impacted me in the moment, because I was mourning the nephew that I knew only for a little bit. But I found out at work. Had I found out outside of work, I would have left it in my car. And then when I go into work, I am this different person.
Yeah.
At work, me has no problems, no home life problems, unless they arise at work.
Yeah.
Like, when I broke up with Alex, or when that ended, and I realized he only broke up with me just to date someone else, I found that at work, and it bothered me. Corey breaking up with me, he did that at home, and so I left it at home.
Yeah.
I'm really good at this. It's kind of a crazy ability, but I'm able to separate stuff. I'm able to just leave stuff places.
Compartmentalizing.
I'm like, so as soon as I leave my car, close that thing and lock it, shit's in there. But as soon as I get back to my car, I'm fucked. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But I also leave all my work shit at work.
Have you verbalized that like that to James before? What's he say? Does he say it's a healthy practice?
Yeah, because he does it too. I actually learned that from him, because he's like, as soon as I drive past a certain sign, all my work problems stay there. But I can pick them up back on that way as soon as I pass that sign again. But as soon as I'm there, I'm no longer allowed to think about work.
That's good
I'm
practice.
Like, oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a good practice.
So, because I used to cry a lot at work, as you knew, because I'd cry in your office every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
I cried a lot, actually.
It took a lot of you laughing about something first, and me going,
like, what does that actually mean?
Yeah, you're laughing, but I'm not. Are you
I'm really
okay?
good at that. I can laugh about anything.
So other than like the future possibility of like a guided, therapized ketamine treatment, have you looked into anything else? Or are you pretty happy with the way they're going now?
I'm happy with how things are right now. The ketamine I want to do, because there are some things inside me that I don't think I could breach on my own without a lot, like years worth of help to unearth and unlock and get around. But I definitely will continue therapy until I either move away, but then I will find a new therapist.
Yeah, good.
You know, but I don't think I'm going to stop talk therapy anytime soon, especially because it's only like $30 a session.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
What would you, what would the advice be that you would give young Jayden if he was standing in front of us today?
I would tell myself that I am not, what would I say? I deserve to be loved the way I think I do, you know? And so, because that was my struggle, was I did not feel very loved by my people in my home. And so I sought that love out because I thought I deserved it one way, but really I should have sought it out another way.
Yeah.
I would go back and tell myself how worthy I am of, and just to ask for things, not have to, I should not have to do 99 things for one thing.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, and then and love isn't transactional.
Yeah, it is not. And I also think it's crazy that with all the men I've slept with, I've never got an STD.
That's That's actually pretty impressive.
Like, it's up in there in the 90s nowadays. And like, I think it's like 95 loosely, give or take like.
Please tell me you're still not trying to hit 100.
Girl, it's bound to happen. I'm attractive now. It's not the goal, but like, baby, it's gonna happen. I'm a good looking man.
You are a beautiful human.
I know. And what's crazy, people love my body. They don't like my face. They don't like me.
What?
Yeah.
Your face is so beautiful.
Yeah, but they don't like the man who is.
Oh my gosh.
I have a great body.
Well, I think that you probably, well, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know the inside of your relationships. Do you really give them a glimpse of who you really are on the inside? Genuinely.
Yeah, because I am who I am unapologetically, and I just like rock my whole self. And people don't like that. I'm too like abrasive. They're like, oh gosh, because like especially nowadays. Before I'd sleep with anybody, no standards. Now I'm like, oh gross. Or they're like, I'm like, that's not very nice. And they're like, oh, what? You're calling me out? And they're like, oh, I don't like him. Or other people don't like me, so they've talked about small town gay shit. You know.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like the gays. So
You're funny. What would you tell just someone else that might be going through some of the stuff old Jayden went through? What would you tell them?
to all the young gay men out there, I would tell them that you are so worthy of a kind and gentle love that is not at all transactional or physical in a way that's harmful. That you deserve that road to kindness and self-love. Even if you don't think you do, you deserve that.
Good job.
Yeah. But also, slay. And get off Craigslist and Grindr, and don't be doing heathenistic shit, and don't be lying about your age. That's
Yep.
bad.
That's a good advice.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
And I love your soul.
We are soulmates. I believe that.
Yeah.
Like, if I were to be attracted to women, I'd want to do straight things with you. I actually wouldn't, but
Thank you.
I believe that like we complement each other. Like, I think about you all the time, and then like, I don't know, I'm like, she's a mom. She'll reach out when she's ready.
Yeah. But
like-
also you can always reach out to me. And especially if you text me, then it's always there. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I got to text Jayden.
Kid, I hate texting, bitch. I'm a bad texter. I'm like, call Chelsea. Ring, 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 ring. Ring, 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 ring. Nothing. I'm like, this bitch.
Yeah, I don't like never have time to answer the phone. And you always call me when I'm like getting the kids ready. And I'm like, God damn it, Jayden. You know I'm getting ready. Like, I can't do this right now.
I call her the most unopportune times. Like, she'd be giving birth or something. I'd be like, Chelsea, why aren't you answering your phone?
You should leave me voice messages.
I hate leaving voice messages.
Oh, why? It's like the same thing as making a call.
Because I forget what I said. And then I'm like, oh, did I say that? Or I leave you a 20-minute long voicemail.
Perfect. I'll take it whatever way I can get it.
Oh, I just love you.
I love you too.
I'm so glad we met, even though I'm so glad our paths intertwined briefly before I was born and then they reconnected. The odds of that happening in this small world, like how peculiar was it that you knew my brother, and how peculiar was it that I worked at the school and that you said those words in front of me to make me love you?
Yeah.
Like,
and that I even ended up teaching in Wenatchee.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
Because your life has been so crazy and you've gone all over the place. What are the odds that you worked at the high school at the same time I worked at? Because both of our stints were very brief.
Yeah.
And we could have easily missed each other.
Yeah. There's paras that I've never had in my classroom before.
I never once was actually in your class.
Yeah.
I was only in there once to sub.
That's right.
I never had
It
class
was that
with you.
day.
And so had I not been in that moment that day and you said those exact things, because teachers take time off. If you've been doing coaching, I wouldn't have saw you.
Yeah.
The odds of how everything worked out were meant to be.
I know.
I believe in that.
Me too.
I believe that we were brought together to do great things.
Yes. I love that.
I love that too.
Like, help young gay men make the right decisions.
I want to help all the young gay men understand that they deserve so much more than they know.
Yeah.
Gay men.
This was a great episode.
I am so excited to do this. I will definitely be back as long as the viewers like me.
Okay.
If they're like, ew, gross, we don't want them anymore, I also accept.
You're like, I'll be back anyway. Bye, bitches.
Bye, bitches. I'm back anyway. I'm like a bad penny. Can't get rid of me that easy. Like herpes. You think I'm gone, but then show right back up.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, any parting words? Any last things? Are you okay with me, like, do you want me to put I do links in the description, like, and I'll link 988 again. I've done that on a couple episodes. And anything else that you think would be good?
Psychology Today. That's where I found James.
Okay. Cool.
Because you can really vet what you're looking for, who you're looking for, your insurance, stuff like that. Like I specifically wanted a man who specialized in LGBTQ, and that's how I found James.
Perfect.
And it says if they're taking patients or not.
I love it. Okay. You'll send me that link?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
It's been good.
It's been good. It's always good when we get to chat.
I know. I can't wait to do this again.
Me neither. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
That was perfect. How'd you feel?
Really good. I think I could do this for a living.
Yeah.
Talking's not